What is going on, everyone? Leon checking in, and we're at it again with another episode. Now, today's content is an increased focus on protection, which brings us to the ProCase for the Meta Quest Pro. Now, if the ProCase looks familiar, that's because it features a similar shape and composition to the Destek CC2. Now, the Destek CC2 is a good hardshell EVA case for your Meta Quest Pro, but the ProCase takes on that design while proven on the internals. So we are going to have better materials inside as well as better organization. As always, clarity and authenticity are top priorities for the content, which is why I wanted to mention that ProCase did send out this unit. Now, that being said, I am choosing to cover this brand because I did notice it seems very similar to the Destek CC2, and I thought it would make for good comparison. Now, if you are watching on YouTube and are looking for more content related to this topic, you can find it on the Meta Quest playlist. And as always, you can find items mentioned or shown in this content by clicking on the Amazon storefront link in the description below. All things said, let's go ahead and get into it. So here we are with the unbox, which is simple since we have all contents housed inside. Now, as a side note, the case did ship in a protective clear bag and box, which I previously removed as it was generic looking. Nothing to get excited about here. So let's take a closer look at the case, which features ProCase branding in a cursive italic format. Overall, this italic format looks really nice. We also have these nice arrows, one on the left side of the branding and one on the right side of the branding. This gives the case a unique touch that differentiates it from other cases. Now, all of this is placed on top of a groove design, which is far more pronounced than what you see on the CC2. Overall, I love this appearance more on the ProCase. Now, just like the CC2, we are going to have a water-resistant barrier built into this layer, which is a good preventative measure against splashes. And now it's time for a news update. Now, the cost of the Meta Quest Pro has dropped recently, and this is an attempt to push more units, which is overall good. Although I do feel the sting of having overpaid for it, but this is the cost of being an early adopter. Now, that being said, this may be a perfect time for you to purchase this unit if you were in the market for it. However, the Quest Pro is still an expensive kit, so protection is most important when it comes to these cases. Now, the good news is the ProCase carries over the same EVA hardshell design as seen on the CC2. But let's keep in mind it's not completely hard. And just like that CC2, the ProCase does have give in the center, but the outside edges do hold up very well. Now, these outside edges are the most critical areas of a case because they protect the most critical parts of the headset, which is why I'm going to pull out my Quest Pro and place it on top of the ProCase for a visual demonstration. So you can see we have the front portion of the headset that includes the lenses and other sensitive parts. That's going to line up with the left edge of the case. And then we're going to have the rear portion of the headset, which includes the battery, and that's going to line up with the right edge of the case. And again, these are the most sensitive parts of the headset, which is why we need the most protection on the left and right edges. Next, we have the flexible carry handle, which does the job. However, just like the CC2, I would have liked to see a removable shoulder strap here as an alternative transport solution. So again, the ProCase doesn't have a shoulder strap, but we can compensate for this by placing it in a bag. So here I have the Mark Ryden Business laptop bag, which has been working good for me. And it's going to fit the ProCase perfectly. This is going to slide right in. And this is going to provide a transport solution where we can place this whole kit on our back. Lastly, we have the zipper, which features a built-in cover like the CC2, and zipper performance of the ProCase is smoother here. It's going to feature less resistance. Now, this isn't bad, performance is just different. And that brings us to external design. Now, materials are good and design is very appealing. We have a good texture and nice branding. Now, all things considered, the external design of the ProCase gets a score of 8 of 10 because it is designed very well, but misses the opportunity of adding a shoulder strap. So let's talk internal contents and materials, which is where the ProCase beats the CC2. Contents are going to include one lens cover, a detachable hardboard. We're going to unbuckle the straps here. We're going to have a removable base as well. And then we are going to have some Velcro tie wraps. This is going to help us organize our cables. The detachable hardboard is a huge plus here because it can be removed and installed within the case quickly using Velcro. We also have pockets on the other side, and again, they are going to be useful for installing things such as a cable or a power adapter. Now, I did want to do a test on how well this detachable hardboard stays in place on the top lid there. So we are going to install it and it just presses into place, but we're going to press firmly because this is Velcro. We want to make sure that we get a nice secure attachment. And we're just going to take the lid and wave it moderately, see if that detachable hardboard falls off. And remember, we do have a power adapter in there as well as a long USB-C cable. And it's staying in there pretty well. I did hear the Velcro detach just slightly, but it's not falling off. That is very good there. But what I do like about the ProCase is this detachable hardboard. Now, if you take a look at the CC2, it does have a storage pocket here, but it's just one pocket, and that means you have to throw everything in there, and it's not really organized all that well. But you can see that we have one spot for a cable, we have another pocket behind it, and then we have the pocket for our power adapter. Huge plus here. Another benefit of the ProCase is going to be its velvet lining, which gives more peace of mind in protecting your contents versus the harder material found in the CC2. All these features allow maximum storage, organization, and protection of all your Quest Pro items, giving this portion of the case a 9 of 10. All things said, that brings us to the demo. So here we are with the demo of the ProCase with the Quest Pro, and the first item I'm going to install will be the charge dock, and this is going to drop into the void where the removable base would be. Now, when inserting it, we do have good resistance, and this tells us that this charge dock is not going to slide around. Also, I believe if you were to tip this portion of the case upside down, the charge dock fits so securely it shouldn't fall out of place. Now, the next item we are going to install will be the removable base, and this is the only position it can go in because it has an ear here that has to fit with this void. So we will press it into place. Now, this will be hard to see on camera, but the removable base does not meet flush with the other portions of the case. And this can be fixed by removing the removable base, removing our charge dock and just simply not including it, and then reinstalling the removable base, and now we have more of a flush fit. But again, the idea of this demo is to max out the ProCase, so we are going to reinsert our charge dock, and then we are going to insert the removable base. Now, the next item we'll install in the case will be our Quest Pro controllers, but I want to mention that I do have controller covers on here. These are from Destek, and this is important because although there are covers on these, they still fit into these cutouts very well, nice and snug with no issues, and that's definitely a plus. Now, I didn't use the Velcro straps for this video, so I'm just going to drop that into the top lid. But the next item we are going to install will be the Quest Pro. Now, I do want to mention that I have the factory cover on the lenses there, and we can install the Quest Pro with that on. Now, again, we also have the lens cover that comes with the ProCase, so I'm going to drop that into place just like that. And then we will drop the headset into place. That fits nice and snug. And then we want to secure all this with the Velcro strap just for extra security so it's not flopping around in the case here in case it gets tossed around a bit. And then we can close the lid. Now we're going to zip up the kit just to prove that everything zips nice and easy and everything is flush. There is no extra effort or resistance. And there we go. It looks good and everything is protected. So let's wrap things up. Overall, the ProCase is a great case, although it misses out on the opportunity to include a shoulder strap. Now, materials are good here, inside and out, and organization is top notch. That being said, I'm going to give the ProCase an overall score of 9 out of 10. So that is it for today's content. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, please leave a like. If you're watching on YouTube and have any questions or comments, as always, drop those down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Now, there are 3 ways you can support the content. The first way is to click on the Amazon storefront link in the description below. There you'll find items that I have bought or would buy, and anything you buy from the storefront does support the content. The next way you can show your support is just by sharing this content with someone who might enjoy it or find it useful. And the last way you can show your support is just by clicking the subscribe button. Now, liking and subscribing are important because those are ways to vote on whether you like the content. Liking and subscribing are also important for new viewers and listeners. If new viewers and listeners see likes and subscribers, they're going to think that the content is helpful, worth watching, and listening to. And as always, thanks for watching, and may the universe flow in your favor. And until next time, Leon checking out.
You